I'm not making any money talking these days. Good Christ. I'm a dick, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. Still am. I guess I am a decent guy because I'm a fucking jerk, and I'm not a jerk. Apparently, I'm a dick. I'm not an awful guy, but I've done so much ridiculous stuff. I'm an awful guy. Hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy podcast. That's right. I said, what's happening? Because I did Paul Goebel's podcast last week, and he said, what's shaking? And he opened his show, and he's like, hey, what's shaking, everybody? Paul Goebel podcast. I said, yeah. And he goes, yeah, I did it just like yours. And I go, no, I always say what's happening. He goes, no, you say what's shaking sometimes. I go, dude, I should fucking know. I did 52 of these things. I always say, hey, what's happening? Mike Schmidt, 40-Year-Old Boy podcast. As a matter of fact, in the early shows, I refer to myself as the 40-year-old boy. Like I actually said it. Like I'm Mike Schmidt. I'm the 40-year-old boy. And I know about these early episodes, folks, because I've had to listen to them recently. Because there's a reason. Folks, hey, you know what it is? It's year 2 of the 40-year-old boy. That's right. It is... I didn't know if we'd be doing a show this week. I wasn't sure what the fuck was going to happen. Things were up in the air. Everything was going on a squatsy, and everything was upside down and inside out. And we were through the looking glass, people. And I don't know what happened with me and Jim Garrison. And then suddenly JFK was shot in the head. But we are through the looking glass on this, people. Kevin Costner with his best Dr. Phil accent. Man, that movie's a whiff. All right, so I am here, folks, and I'm going to tell you stories. What does that even mean? I am here to tell you. Guess what, folks? Year 2 has begun, and it's exciting. It means this is episode 1, year 2, because I'm going to do this like a DC Comics is producing my podcast now. Episode 1, year 2. Fuck all that season 2 nonsense. Who am I? A TV show? No, I'm more of a book. So I go episode 1, year 2. So that's that. Or I'm like a car model. You know what? The 2009s are here, folks. We're rolling out the 2009s in the 40-year-old boy, and my strep throat is healed, but my voice is still fucked up today because I blew it out singing Any Way You Want It in the car. Sadly, I was driving over here to my friend Lily Von Stoop, who you may hear occasionally. She's in the background there. Hi, Lily. Hi. And she's here, and why not? This is her place. But I'm driving over here singing Any Way You Want It, and not even trying to, because I can't hit the high notes. But you know, Steve Perry's a fucking genius. Steve Perry is Steve Perry. And as we all know, I met Steve Perry. You guys remember that, right? That was episode 1, year 1. Now here we are, episode 1, year 2 of the 40-year-old boy, and we bring up Mr. Perry. We have to, because on the way here, I fucked my voice up singing Any Way You Want It in the car. Because it started, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy that this song is playing right now, because their Journey makes me happy. I'm sorry. Journey makes me happy. I cannot get past it. The song Only the Young, the song, and I heard, you know what else is another song I blew my voice out singing was The Party's Over, which is off of Captured. It's the only studio cut on Captured, and it's just, I mean, Steve Perry's just a fucking genius, isn't he? Isn't he a genius? God damn it, I love Steve Perry. But I was doing some Any Way You Want It in the car, and so I'm a little, I think I have a thing. I've got a thing in my throat. I've got nodes, or what are those? Nodes? Yeah, I might have nodes on my vocal cords, or whatever those are. Bruises? No, what are those called?
Bruises on your vocal
I do. I have bruised vocal cords, folks. I'm fucking happy, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. I am so goddamn happy right now. Several things are making me happy. I'm going to tell you what's happy right now. First of all, folks, I never do this. I'm going to read some email that I received. This is email that I received from a listener. I don't want to give away his name, but, well, not his last name, certainly, because I don't give last names on the show, I thought. Until... I've been very careful not to say last names, and then I wind up getting an email from a guy that fucking creeped me out. It couldn't have been scarier if it was like a ransom note, or if he had a photo of me eating with my wife somewhere. I mean, it was like, it made me feel that uneasy in my stomach. I got this email from this guy, and it just said, Mike, you mentioned that you never say any last names. That's interesting you would say that. Here's a list. And he proceeds to list like 15 last names of people that I've used. From Larry Bagwell to Mike the Digger Orlock. He puts them all in, all these fucking names, and I'm like, oh, I thought I was so careful. Because again, folks, I forget what I've talked about. I forget the things that I've said or say. And then he wrote this long, and it was like really. So I didn't know if he was threatening. It seemed like a threat. Like, I'm going to contact these people and let them know that you're talking about them. And again, if I was making shit up, I guess I'd be worried about it. But this all happened. I mean, if you want to sue me, I suppose, for saying that I avoided a fight with you when I was in high school, Bagwell, fucking bring it to the court. Me and Jagwell on the goddamn people's court. That's what I want to do. Just him sitting there with his fucking missing tooth, yelling, "Come on, Schmidt! Come on, Schmidt!" Oh, that haunts my dreams, folks. Why didn't I fight Bagwell? You just spit soda all over the computer. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy, that's a Mac, and you just covered it in Dr. Pepper? Are you fucking kidding? Spit out the rest of that guy. It's all over me, too. Come on. No, wipe the computer. If it dries on me, that's fine. But Jesus, that's crazy. What? That is, folks, I'm not kidding you. It looked like a slow motion of a sneeze. You ever see those when they like slow down a sneeze? She just spit-taked Dr. Pepper all over the goddamn computer. Is this show going to be all fucked up now? Like, is it still recording? Here's my favorite part, too. This is my favorite part. I kept talking, not knowing if it was recording. I continued to talk. Look at this. It's all over my goddamn notes. Man, oh man. Yes, folks, I have notes. The secret's out. And when I say notes, I mean I have a notepad with like one word written on it. But that's, you know what? Here's what my notepad says, all right? I'll actually read my notepad. If I can read it through the Dr. Pepper smears.
Oh, man.
You okay? Jeez Louise. Sure, yeah, I'm a crack up. Here's a notepad. She spit all over this notepad. So it says, talking dirty to bride. Joe fell off toilet. Divorce counseling sessions with Dawn, and Lou and new girlfriend. So I mean, like, there you go, folks. That's the extent of what I've got written here, and we've all heard of those topics before. So, are you done cleaning? Is this okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Wow, you just fucking launched a cloud. You spit a mist cloud of Dr. Pepper.
That's what I did. You made me laugh.
Folks,
while I was drinking.
it's like if you were in the Rainforest Cafe and they have that mister spraying stuff out. She went straight up fucking crazy Danny Thomas spit take and just launched sugar water, Dr. Pepper, all over this goddamn Mac. No, I'm fine. I don't need that. Thanks.
Oh, God.
And I have no idea what I was talking about. We're going to have to stop just so I remember what I was saying. I mean,
Words.
that was great. Yeah, it's plenty. There were words and things like that. What was it that got you? I don't even know what it was. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Jesus, man. All right. Well, good. I'm glad you're fine. I'm glad everything's good. It looks like everything's squared away. We're good? Yeah?
We're
Your
good.
pink bandana. And this is this house, folks. It's like literally she had to grab a pink bandana to wipe everything up. That's where we're at. Okay.
I don't live here anymore.
All right. So I got to remember what we were talking about, folks. That I lost it. What was it that got you? I don't even know what it was that bit you. All right. So see, I'm covered, and I'm literally sticky.
It haunts your dreams.
Oh, and okay. There you go, Bagwell. Fucking Jagwell haunts my dreams with that. Come on, Schmidt. Oh, I can't, folks. It is horrendous. Why didn't I fight him when I had the chance? That's what I got to do, man. I got to find this guy, and it's like that stupid Robin Williams movie, was it The Survivors or Best of Times? There you go. Where it's him and Kurt Russell, and he dropped the pass, and he's been thinking about it for his entire life. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I got to find Jagwell and fucking and at least sucker punch him and run away. I mean, I got to do something like that, right? I mean, I could square him up for a regular beatdown, but the thing is, though, I think he's in jail. Like he and this guy Bob Mann, that's right, another last name. He and Bob Mann went on a killing spree, I think. So they're gone. But so anyway, yeah, that creepy email from that dude. It seemed, like I said, it seemed like a weird threat. Like he was gonna, like he had a pipeline into Bagwell and the Digger. I mean, I guess, call him. You know. So I will not say this person's last name. This person has written me, but God damn it, I am so happy. Being sticky isn't even gonna phase that, folks. I cannot tell you how sticky I am right now. My arm is completely like coated with Dr. Pepper and the Mac, and oh boy. So if this show does not, if you don't hear this show, folks, you know why. If you don't hear it, it's because the Dr. Pepper ate through to the gears of the Mac and did something to it. But of course, that brings up the question: how would you know if you didn't hear it? If a tree falls in the forest, are you wiping me off? Really,
Yes.
folks? I'm getting a wipe down. This is which is I'm feeling very privileged because normally Lily charges $75 an hour for that service. Oh, and that I don't know what you just wiped me down with, but it stinks. I smell like
Just water.
well, I smell like a wet dog now. That's awful.
No, you don't. It's just water.
No, it's
Water on a
stale and
paper towel.
Jesus, that's
It was
awful.
Fresh water off the tap.
This town needs to put some something in their water because I smell like you know what I smell like in the old west when like 9 dudes would take a bath in the same water. That's what I smell like right now. Oof. All right. That happened, right? Didn't that happen in the old west? Folks, you look it up at bathingintheoldwest.com. That's where they have all of that information where they go ahead and they try to find, oh, this smell is overpowering. I am not lying to you. This is offensive. I would have rather been sticky than smelly. And that's the name of the show, by the way. I would rather be sticky than smelly. No, that can't be the name. Can that be the name? What, really? You're going to get more water and wipe me off? That you think that's going to help? Come on, Lily. Step up your game. Like fucking, yeah, you heard me. That's what Floyd, oh no, I'm not, no soap. This isn't a bath. I'm not going to, no, don't do that. That's horrible. Oh, Christ. No, because there's nothing worse than putting soap on you and then not rinsing it off. You don't know anything about me. It's horrible. It's like when Karen takes a shower and she puts her hair up and doesn't wash her hair like ladies do.
There,
Oh,
how
it
does
makes me
smell
sick.
now?
Now but I smell like soap, but it's also kind of gummy. When you put soap on yourself, don't put, no, I don't want that shit on me at all. Was that Purell?
No, it's
I don't care what it is. I don't want it. Don't put it on me. No. Jesus Christ, get it away from me. I hate that. I hate sauce. I don't like any sauce, period. I don't like sauce on food, and I don't like sauce on me, like on my arms and stuff. Like I don't. And it's weird because then you would think I would be awful in bed, but I'm not like turned off by that. But sauce, I don't like, and I don't like smells. Folks, I'm out of my tree. I am out of my fucking tree. I swear to God, that right there, that pause, that's the first time I paused this entire goddamn show. I talked through a shower of Dr. Pepper. I talked through a fucking whore's bath. I just talked through all of it. What is wrong with me? God damn it, you got a mouth. It doesn't mean you gotta be flapping it all the fucking time. Who do you think you are? Why do you think you're so fucking entertaining? Shut the fuck up for once in your goddamn life. With your one normal arm and your one smelly arm. The sticky, dog-smelling, fucking Old West bathtub goddamn arm. What is that? No wet nap. We're done. My arm stinks, and that's that.
vaginal life.
My arm stinks, and that's that. There you go. That's the new name of the show. My arm stinks, and that's that. Folks, it's a veritable slew of names for this episode. We don't know. You don't know what we'll choose. Well, actually, the sad part, you'll know what we'll choose before you hear the show because it'll be up there in the little iTunes house. And it's funny because normally I pick the name afterwards where it's something I say, but in this one I actually was going to call it "It Begins ... again" because year one, season one, or episode one, year one had not season again. I'm not a TV show. I'm a book. Episode 1, year 1, the title of that episode was "It Begins." So I was going to go "It Begins ... again." But now we've got all these other great names for the show that I can't possibly argue with. I certainly don't want to fight with the names. This arm. It's just, I don't like stuff on me. I don't like, and I don't like smells. I told you, Karen will like put that carpet shit in and I'll be asleep and it wakes me up. I just smell stuff and it wakes me up. And she smokes and she's very good about not, she can't smoke in the bedroom. That's the one place where that doesn't exist. But I hate smells and I hate this gummy feeling. So Karen will take a shower and put her hair up and because ladies don't wash their hair, like they'll take a normal shower. And I went today, she was taking a shower. So I'll usually go and I'll stand on the toilet and look at her. Like to talk to her, not like, not something creepy, but just like, she's getting ready for work. Yeah, exactly. I have a telescope and I have to put a shoebox on and look at her backwards. But But she's in the shower getting cleaned up, and she's got her hair all pinned up, but she's washing the rest of her. And I'm like, you got to wash your hair. And there's nothing, believe me, I'm sure there's nothing more comforting for somebody than them having somebody argue with them in the shower. As they're getting cleaned up and ready for work, I lean over and I'm like, hey, you got to fucking fix this. What are you doing to your hair? Wash your hair. But then she's got to dry it, and it adds like, I guess, a whole segment to her morning. So she doesn't like to do that. But today, I'm looking at her. You know, I'm up in the blimp, and I'm looking down at her. That's what it's like. I'm in the Goodyear. I'm going over the shower, and she got her hair up, and then she washed her face, and like some soap got in her side, you know, in her hair. And I'm like, you're gonna wash your hair now, right? Because there's soap in there. She's like, no. What are you talking? I go, oh my God, you've got soap, because there's nothing worse than soap in your hair, because then it like makes it dries your scalp out, and it's like real super itchy, and then you get like horrible dandruff. So I'm like, you got to wash your hair now. So then she just like, fuck, fine. Took her hair down and washed her hair. Thank God. Because it's just, because you smoke. If you smoke, you should wash your hair 3 times a day. I mean, because otherwise you smell like a barroom floor. And so now we're a good match. I smell like the back room of the saloon where the cowboys would take a bath. And then she smells like the front of the room where everybody would play 3-card poker or whatever. They would play regular poker, but then they had there's like some game called Chancery. Whenever I'd watch Deadwood, they would play some weird game that I didn't know existed. Like, 8 Punch Sally or some bullshit. Is that what it was? 8 Punch Sally?
Yes.
I think that's what it was. So that's how they did it. So the Old West was a terrible place, folks. Don't go back. If you build a time machine, just skip the 1800s entirely. Go back to the early 1900s, and then or to the 17s. So go when the country was created, or go when there was a car. But avoid all horse travel by all means. It was not fun for anybody. No Pony Express, no Gunsmoke bullshit, no, you don't want any of that. All right. So if you're working on that time machine, again, just completely take out the 1800s. No one wants to go back there. Fuck that. That's what I would say, too, at the meeting of scientists. Hey, we built a time machine. Well, does it go back to the 1800s? Yeah, fuck that. Take that out, egghead. What, you think you're better than me? You go take a bath in a bar? Fucking take the 1800s out, you fucking giant-skulled prick. All right, that seems wrong. Why would I bully a scientist? Guy invented a time machine. You'd think I'd give him a break. The guy has come through with a machine that transports you through the decades, in the past or the future, and yet I still bust this guy's balls. Who do I think I am? This guy went to school. All right. So I have an email to read, folks. And it was sent to Mike at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. That's where all of my emails go, ladies and gentlemen. You may recognize that address by me saying it 400 times at the end of every episode. I honestly, my episodes, I always bitch about how they might be getting a little long in the tooth, or they might be lending an ear for that long might make people a little crazy. Well, guess what? Maybe you get your plugs in order and you don't fucking talk in circles at the end of the show. Maybe you give give your email address once, maybe twice, and then you let everybody go ahead and organically find it. So, I have an email right here, folks, from a gentleman named Blake. Blake. We all know Blake. He's a friend. Here's what Blake wrote me. Mike, I love the show, and I'm glad to hear you will continue with it. Had there been word that I might not? Was there a word on the street that things were coming to an end? Yeah, I know what he means, because I always make it sound as if we're always on death's door, and we might be. Who knows? So anyway, Blake said, Mike, love the show. I have a question for you. I somehow lost some of the older episodes of the show when I got a new hard drive, and I can't find any of the old episodes. Are they available? Will you be making them available a la Never Not Funny? Folks, my friend Blake raises a great point. Now, get out your checkbook, Blake, because, ladies and gentlemen, Season 1, which is not what it's called, Year 1, I got to stop. I should get my shit together here. Year 1 of the 40-Year-Old Boy podcast is going to be available starting next week. You can go ahead and purchase it. Yes, there's a lot of yelling. What it will be is it's going to be all 52 episodes will be available. And they're going to be available at my website. I don't have more information for you now. I will have more information for you next week. That's the dangers of being unprepared and talking about things that you weren't going to talk about. I was going to talk about it, but I thought I'd have an idea. And again, folks, just like I said with getting the plugs right at the end of the show, there's a lot of things that I should be getting right. First of all, I should have dealt with this right up top. Hey, did you hear that new theme music? How fucking awesome was that, folks? I got ahead of myself talking about whatever the fuck I was talking. Literally, I should be talking about the theme music. Instead, I'm in the Old West in a bathtub. How does that happen? I don't know. But I can tell you that was new theme music, friends. And you also may have seen the new logo for the 40-Year-Old Boy Show. And so there's the new logo, and it's on my website, also up on iTunes. And the new theme song was done by my buddy Mex, who I've talked about many times. And remember me telling you that Mex is kind of a Renaissance man and maybe the most talented guy I've ever met. Mex did the theme music. Mex also he designed the logo. That's all Mex. Mex created the logo, and it dawns on me now that I might owe Mex some money or something. I don't. I mean, this shouldn't be goodness of your heart time, right? Shouldn't I have some sort of he should get a slice of Mike Schmidt Industries, I would imagine, shouldn't he? I don't know if he wants it. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be talking to me ever again after I waited 20 minutes to plug the fucking theme song. He's probably he's sitting there, if he's even listening to the show anymore, if he didn't turn it off in the middle of fucking Dr. Pepper Shower '09, he's like, you going to mention the goddamn song, you prick? So their new theme song, new logo. This is all up, and so I won't be Van Halen. I love them, but they've been retired. That was year one, episode 1 through 52, folks. That was me picking the music, but now we move forward. We got a new logo, we got a new theme song. Next week you can buy year one, all compiled on my website. There'll be more information about that next week once I know more about the package. But folks, believe me, if there's anybody here who should know more about a package, it would be Lily. So maybe I should turn the microphone over to Lily Von Stupp. Shock me. That's right. We got a little surprise for you tonight, folks. Ace Frehley. All right. So I wanted to tell you, not only do we have next week, we will have the episodes available for sale, but right now, folks, I'm very excited to announce that we have a T-shirt that you can buy. Yes, the shirt is available right now. It is also designed by my good friend Mex. And it is he hand painted. Max came up with this shirt, and we came up with it. But let's just say we came up with it, and he did it all. Again, it's the same. Literally, he came up with it like me and Eric came up with the podcast, which was Eric going, "I'm going to do everything," and I said, "Great, I'll show up and talk." This time Mex is like, hey, what if I created a shirt that was really cool looking? And I said, great, I'll tell everybody it's mine. So I'll slap my name on the back and I'll make some cash. So right now, folks, if you go to my website, I can tell you that if you go to my website in the store section, click on store and you will see the new shirt. And I'm going to call it with our new the new logo and the shirt feature Lil Schmitty. That's who it is. That's the name of that's our guy. That's who he is. It's me, folks. But I'm small. Remember I said I hated being small? I'm not in T-shirt form. In real life form, I hated being small, but in logo and T-shirt form, I love being small. So what you want to do is you want to go to my site and go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and click on store, and that will bring you the images of the new shirt. So and it's the I'm going to eat pie out of your skull T-shirt, folks. Because, there were things from the first season where we were like, I wonder what we're going to come up with. And then Mex came up with this. Mex was like, dude, what about this? And I went, holy fuck. I can't explain to you, folks, these shirts have been in the making for, I'm going to say about 2 months. I was looking for guys to make them, and then I was trying to find people who'd be interested in making them. And then I finally found guys, the people I've got to thank, Darren and Josh over at lookatmeshirts.com. because you can go to lookatmeshirts.com right now and also find the shirt. And also, when you go on my website and you click on the link, it's going to take you right to lookatmeshirts.com anyway. But these guys are, I appreciate everything that they've done. They made the shirt. We sent them the design. It took 6 weeks of emails back and forth because here's something you might not know about your friend Mike. He needs to control every single fucking detail of everything that ever has anything to do with him in any capacity ever. So I want to thank Josh and Darren for hanging in there as I sent 3 a.m. emails going, the shirt's too black. What does that even mean? These guys are successful t-shirt entrepreneurs. They don't need fucking Goofy jumping up and down and waving going, hey, remember me? I know you guys have sold thousands of t-shirts over the years, but mine is the most important. But that's who I became. So, and the thing is, or here's an example. Like, I trust nobody. I trust nobody in any capacity whatsoever to do things right. I don't. I don't even trust myself. Maybe that's why. Maybe because I've spent my whole life stepping on my fucking dick that I figure everybody else in the world's going to do it. But instead, I should realize that, you know what? Other people know what they're doing. So here's an example of what happened. They sent me an email. I had given them the design for the shirt, which was the front, and they went ahead and they sent me a sample, which was the shirt with just the front done but not the back. And so I received it, and I loved the way it looked. I loved the way it felt, because it's not like an iron-on. It's paint right in the shirt. It looks and feels fantastic. It's again, it's little Schmitty, and he's literally eating pie out of somebody's skull. Because it is from episode 25 of year 1. I was telling the story about the pie eating contest, and I mentioned that I had taken a guy's pie eating manhood. And it went off the rails from there, where I basically said, I like the Predator, I had pinned the guy down and ripped his spine out of his back, and then said, you know what, pal, I'm gonna eat pie out of your fucking skull. I said, I'm gonna eat pie out of your skull, you fuck. So I couldn't put you fuck on the T-shirt, of course, although it would be fitting considering the show could not be more explicit or vulgar. And but instead, I went ahead and just went with, I'm going to pie out of your skull, ... which I think we all know means you fuck. Whenever you see ... anywhere, it means literally you fuck are the next 2 words. So do that. Whenever you see an ellipses anywhere in any paragraph or any writing whatsoever, realize that the next thing they were going to say was you fuck. I'm serious. Any book you read, any story you read in the paper, anything at all that has an ellipses and trails off, just add you fuck in there. It's like when you get a fortune cookie and you're supposed to put in bed at the end of your fortune. I want you to put you fuck at the end of every ellipses you ever see. So it'll be something like, yeah, me and Darla were supposed to meet them out in the country. You fuck. I just like the idea that I've now done that to people, that from now on, when they see an ellipses, they're going to say you fuck at the end of it. I think that's fucking gorgeous. I can't explain it. Especially coming from a guy who can't stop using the ellipses in anything he writes. Any email, any of my columns at comedyfilmnerds.com, anything at all. I wrote the copy for iTunes, and I wrote the new copy for the shirt. You'll see that when you go to lookatmeshirts.com. Literally, I'm going to eat pie out of your skulls on the front page, and if you click through to that, you will see the shirt itself, and then you'll read some fancy copy that I wrote, and I think there might be an ellipses in there, and just go ahead and tuck you fuck right in there. Tuck you fuck right in there after the ellipses. Anytime you read an ellipses, I demand that you put it in there. Also, folks, so that's when you go to my page, you go to store and you'll see the shirt. I can tell you that there's a model for this shirt, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't just go ahead and put this shirt on a flat surface. Believe me, the last thing I put it on was a flat surface. But if you go to lookatmeshirts.com, you will find our friend Lily Von Stupp is wearing the shirt. There is a shot of the back and a shot of the front. And, if you look at Lily closely, you will see that our friend Lily likes to, she might not wear pants when she wears shirts. I'm just going to say that. That wasn't even my idea. I said to her, I go, dude, do me a favor, just, if you can pose in the shirt. And that's also Max's idea, by the way. Because these guys, I should get back to these guys. So they send me the sample. I'll get to that in a second. So these guys send me the sample of the shirt, and it's got Lil Schmitty on the front eating pie out of a skull, and I'm like, great. And but it didn't have the back, which is that where it says, "I'm gonna eat pie out of your skull." The 40-year-old boy podcast, MikeSchmidtComedy.com. And it did not have that on the back. So I wrote them and I said, hey, guys, I love the shirt. I just need to know what the back's going to look like. So Darren sent me a computer mock-up like of the shirt. Like if you were to, there are sites online I found out about where it'll give you a shirt and you can type your print into it and it will show you what it looks like. So he sent me along like that robot-generated picture of the back of a shirt. And you wrote, hey, I'm sending you this. Because you know what? Obviously, you're going to know what white print looks on a shirt, right? And he signs his name, Darren. And I read that email, and I was fucking furious. Again, I should realize they know what they're doing. I understand what's going on. They know what's going on, but I want to see the fucking shirt with the words on it. I have to see the words, folks. Can I explain this to you? I need to see the words. So it just seemed like so dismissive and weird to go, yeah, I'm sure you know what the back of a shirt looks like. No, I've never seen the back of a shirt. Certainly not the back of a shirt with my fucking name on it, so I'd really like to see that in person. Not on the back of some disembodied robot shirt. But again, that's on me, not on them, because you know what? It's just white letters on a black background. What could I possibly need to see? Idiot. So, but it didn't stop me, man. I mean, and this is what it's been like. And again, they're very successful guys. Josh has another, Josh Sneed is the guy who did it. Josh Sneed is a comic. I'll use his last name because he's famous. Josh Sneed is a comic who's working all over the place. So poor Josh, whether he's in, New York working at college or he's in Tennessee at a club or wherever the fuck he is, I can imagine his cell phone rings. He just looks at it and goes, oh, Christ. Does this guy think he's the only, does he think he invented shirts? Who the fuck does this guy think he is? We know what we're doing. Guess what? We have a company called lookatmeshirts.com. You don't need to constantly strangle the life out of everything you're involved in. Who the fuck do you think you are? Doesn't matter to me, man. I'm at home going, hey, I invented shirts. What the fuck? Answer the phone. Come on, Josh. Look, I know you're infinitely more famous and better at stand-up comedy than I'm ever going to be, but God damn it, I need this shirt made. So after 6 weeks of back and forth, of them sending UPS, and here's how sick of me they got. All right, let me tell you this. Here's how sick of me they got. I called them. They were like, hey, you know what, Mike? We're going to get you, because I needed the prototype shirt to take for our friend Lily Von Stupp to take pictures of. And also, I will tell you this. If you go to lookatmeshirts.com, you will see 2 pictures of Lily, the front shirt and the back of the shirt, as well as, just the standing shot of the logo. But if you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and you click on store, bonus picture of Lily in the shirt. Which was it was actually my favorite picture, but I thought the shirt was blurry. That's what you're dealing with, folks. I may have actually said, like, I'm the Donald Trump of shirts. I'm like, look, we're not selling you, we're selling a shirt. I think I said that. I may have said that sentence at some point. Look, Lily, I love that picture and you look fantastic, but we're not selling you, we're selling the shirt. Oh my God, who do you think you are? I own one tie. Why am I Joe Business? When the fuck did I turn into goddamn, Bob Businessman? Never. I'm fucking Joe Business now? But I said that to her. We're not selling you, we're selling the shirt. So the picture, when you go to my website, you'll see there's the cool picture of her like covering her mouth, and that's the one that's over at Look at Me shirts. But then there's a crazy, like a fun face shirt where she's like smiling and making kind of like a rawr type of face. And the shirt itself is a little fuzzy. But I mean, like, not even, I swear to God, folks, you're going to look at them side by side and you're going to go, they look exactly the fucking same. Who do you think you are? But it doesn't matter. To me, it was enough of, I'm like, you know what, the skull, I want to make sure the skull reads, shut up! Oh my God, shut up. How badly do you need to sell this shirt that you are strangling it and ruining friendships? It's a shirt. You didn't even design the goddamn shirt. Who do you think you are? What do you care about the integrity of the design? You didn't come up with it. The only thing that's you on this shirt is the name Mike Schmidt. And believe me, it's in the smallest fucking print possible. Because everything else was created by a talented guy. Fuck. Doesn't matter, folks. I was insane. So here's how sick they were of me. I actually called them And so I needed the prototype shirt for Lily. So Lily's going to go ahead and pose in the shirt. So I all right, originally I wanted all of the episodes of the show and the shirt and the new logo and the new theme song. I wanted everything and the new copy for iTunes and the new copy for the shirt, everything. I wanted it all up and ready to go this week. That was why last week I told you that I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen this week because I didn't have the prototype for the shirt. I did not have the shirt yet, so I could not take the pictures. It was literally like, there's a hole in the boat, in the goat, in the moat, all that stupid song. It's like I didn't have the pictures, so I couldn't take the pictures, so I couldn't get the website, so I couldn't get the splash page, so I couldn't get and I'm fretting, I'm just freaking out over it, and everybody's like, dude, calm down. Lily said it to me, thank God. She's like, dude, it's gonna work out. All right? Don't fucking worry about it so much. You're killing it. So I can't. Oh, folks, I cannot tell you the day. Like 2 months ago, that David sent me, Mex sent me the skull pie, the little Schmitty character eating the pie. I opened it that day, and I went, I want this. I revved. I was like crazy. If you think I'm revving now, I was revving to the point where I go, I want to make this now. I got to figure out what the fuck to do with this. Footy pajamas, mouse pads. I don't fucking care. I'll go fucking draw it on people's houses. This is amazing. I loved it. It was just this incredible thing, and it was just it was just serendipitous where I loved it, Mex loved it, it just came together and it was perfect. And you know what I did, folks? I said, let's change it. Yeah, I did. Because I'm like, it looks fantastic, but shouldn't we make it a little different? And Dave's like, well, I mean, I'll take a pass at it. So what we did was he did it like because this is hand painted. This is like watercolors hand painted by David. So, which is great, and I love it. I can't explain to you how I would stare at it. I stared at it like I would stare at Kiss album covers when I was a kid. Like when I would look at the Love Gun cover and look at every woman in that crazy lingerie, or I would look at the Dynasty cover I'm telling you, the Dynasty cover, I can't count the hours I spent staring at the Dynasty cover. If you would have paid me to do it, I would be rich. I mean, I would have a job now staring at that album cover because the green in Peter's eyes and all of their hair, because that picture is taken by Scavullo, who's an amazing, he's a famous photographer, and Gene Simmons is a little like me, where he's like, the best, well, we must have the best, get Scavullo on the phone, call it, and they spent all this money to get that picture taken, and I'll tell you what, it is fucking worth it, because the cover of Dynasty is hypnotizing, especially when you were a kid, and you were fascinated with Kiss, because all of their hair blends together, and again, the green in Peter's eyes, and the best part is that I grow up, folks, I get older. I don't know if I grow up, but I get older. And Kiss, Jellyfish is a band that I grow to love. I get their debut album, and I fucking love them. The album Spilt Milk comes out, and there's a song called Joining a Fan Club. And the first words of it are, she threw her nightlight on and blew him a kiss. He stared back from his green Crayola eyes. And then I saw an interview with them. They go, yeah, that's about the album cover for Kiss Dynasty. Oh my! I loved Jellyfish anyway, but then when they said that, I'm like, I've got to find Andy Sturmer and marry him. I need to call him, find him. I got to jump the fence for Sturmer because he and I are kindred spirits, and so much so that he then dissolved the band and he moved to like France because he heard that I was going to stalk him. He's like, I think that I may have touched somebody out there, so I got to fucking do something about this, and he disappeared. So Andy's doing nothing. He's like, he went to Japan and started, writing for Puffy Amiyumi. So. How did I get here? Max. Oh, so skull pie. So then I told David, I go change it. What a fucking idiot. Who does that? So Dave's like, all right. So he goes ahead and he monkeys with it and he sends it to me and I'm looking at it and I hate it. I mean, I hate the new design, but I don't want to tell Max because again, he's doing it all for free because we're friends and I sit there and we're on the phone one day, finally after we go back and forth with all these different designs for the logo and things. And the lines were more pronounced. It took all the life out of it. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. The new designs were completely lifeless. And so then he and I are on the phone, and he's like, "What do you think?" And I go, "Well, it's good. Can you make this bigger? Can you do and this?" And he's like, "Well, I could do that." And you can tell we're both talking, but we're missing each other. I mean, we're driving right past each other with our fucking lights off. We have no idea what's happening. It's just ships in the dark. And finally I just go, I got to be honest, Dave, I don't like the new stuff. And he goes, good, I hate it. I go, what do you mean? He goes, that's not me. He goes, that's not the art that I do. He goes, that's what I would do for like a client, like somebody like that. He goes, that is the most cleaned up, sanitized, homogenized, marginalized, any other ized, green Crayola-ized versions of what I want to do. And I said, well, dude, I go, I can't explain the excitement I had when I saw Lil Schmitty Skull Pie, like when I opened that. And he goes, well, then we should go with that. That's what I want to do. He goes, Mike, I can do that character. That's who you are. That's what it should be. That should be the Little Schmitty character. That's why I made it up. That's the whole thing. And I looked at it and I just went, you know what, dude? You're fucking right. You're right. Let's do it. Because I loved it so much. But again, my stupid brain thinks, well, we got to change it. Well, this is a good first pass. A good first pass. I was doing cartwheels, and I'm fat, folks. I can't do cartwheels. If I see something that inspires me to do a goddamn cartwheel, you better fucking save it. Keep it. That's a keeper. Lock it down. So I can't tell you enough how much I love this design, and then I came up with the back. I came up with words, folks. So go ahead and take care of that. But yeah, and then we went, and I'll tell you what, my buddy Mex, I love him, and he just ran with it. He gave me the logo, and he's got this character, and you'll be seeing a lot more of it in the coming weeks, folks. So I don't know if you have. Here's what I'll say is if you have the artwork thing, like I don't know what picture comes up on your iPod or if you're in your iTunes, but keep looking. Because you're going to enjoy what comes up, I think. But yeah. So anyway, here's how sick these guys were of me. I keep talking in circles. They this is how sick they were of me. I called them last week and I needed to get the shirt, and I was desperate to get the shirt because I had to get the pictures. Because again, why they goat and a boat and a moat. So. And also, you know what's funny is I've had this happen before in my life, folks. I ordered for my wedding. When I got married, my groomsmen gifts to my groomsmen, I had like 8 guys. I had personalized baseball bats made, full-sized baseball bats, and it said "Murderers Row," Mike and Karen's wedding, and it had the date, and then it had like my friends and then their nickname in the middle. You know what I mean? Like and so it would be like just say it was like Lily Von Stupp. It would be like Lily Hot Pants Von Stupp. You know what I mean? Like as if everybody had, like George Babe Ruth, like that kind of thing, like they would say on the Hall of Fame plaque. So I ordered these full-size baseball bats as groomsmen gifts, and I was so excited about them. I could not wait to get them, and they didn't come, and then they didn't come, and then they didn't come. And the guy, I didn't order them from a company. I ordered them from a guy who was, he advertised, but also he paid a lot more attention to detail, I thought, than a company did. I loved the look of what he did. So I said, all right, I'll go with this guy. He's a craftsman. Let's run with it. And as you know, I'm not good with people who know what they're doing in the world of art. So I'm just like, dude, where are these fucking bats? They got to get here by my wedding day. What are you doing? Who do you think you are? And he's like, look, I'm working hard. And again, I wasn't that much of a prick. I'm exaggerating for comedic effect. But I did call him over and over and go, it's Mike Schmidt. I really need to find out what's going on. So my wedding day comes. The bats are still not there. And I'm crestfallen. I mean, I'm absolutely destroyed. And I was over. It's funny. I spent my wedding day at Mex's house because me and all my groomsmen, I went over there while my wife got ready at our house. And she had all of her bridesmaids there, and I had all the groomsmen there. And then we were planning a paintball war. That seems weird that we would like splinter off into groups. But I guess that's what everybody does. All right. So then I get a call from Karen that the day of the wedding, because we're getting married at 2 p.m, she calls at like 11 a.m. And we had gone down to Chicago to get shaves and manicures and all that stuff. Yeah, sure, that's what we did. It's great. I'm happy about it. I love going to get a shave. It's the best ever. But we went down to the Palmer House or the Drake. I don't know where we went. Somewhere. And we went and got shaves and manicures and all that. All me and my groomsmen and stuff hung out. Then we came back and the bats still weren't there. But then Karen called it like noon, and she's like, "The bats just got here," and I was like, "No way!" So I can't see the bride. So we go and we meet at my house in the parking lot, of my apartment complex, and there's the bats in this huge box, and so they came. Everybody was happy. They got there on my fucking wedding day. But still, don't think I didn't sweat it the entire time. So, that said, with the shirt, I needed to get the shirt. I'm excited about it. I'm waiting to get it. And they sent me the prototype, and it took like 4 days, the one without the back, like I mentioned earlier. And so now this one, they're like, here, I sent Josh an email, and I'm like, look, I need the shirt because next Thursday is when everything needs to go online. It needs to be live. It needs to be being sold. This, whatever, long, rambling. Imagine me talking in an email. That's what it was like. And again, I'm joking. I'm not that much of a dick. Really? I say now. So what happens is I contact them, and I don't hear from them for 3 days. They don't call me. They don't send me an email. Nothing. So I finally Friday, no, was it Thursday or Friday of last week? Might have been Thursday. I called them Thursday, and the phone rings, and Josh picks it up and he just goes, "Hey, Mike." Because I know he's like, I don't want to talk to this fucking guy at all. Like literally, you know what they're doing? They're selling their store space and packing up and getting out of the shirt business. They said, if this is what it's come to, that we got to deal with this fucking asshole, we're done. No more will we clothe the needy. No more will we be fine purveyors of humorous T-shirts. We're out. This is a dead-end business thanks to this guy coming to town and setting fire to everything. I'm like Pacino in Scent of a Woman. I just took a fucking flamethrower to that place. So Josh picks up the phone. He goes, "Hey, Mike." I go, "Hey, Josh, I just want to touch base regarding the prototype because I got to get the pictures of Lily and I got to get them up on the website and I got to make sure that everything is rolling." And he goes, "Yeah, you will definitely have the shirt by next Thursday." I go, "Josh, I need the shirt now because they go on sale next Thursday. So I need them to be up." And he just goes, "Oh, okay. Well, no problem. We'll send it out 2-day mail in the morning and you'll have it by Monday." And I said, "All right, Josh, what I would really rather we did is if we could FedEx it, that would be fine because then it would get here by Saturday." He goes, "Mike, if you FedEx it, it's not going to get there till Monday anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and wait for UPS. It'll come 2-day UPS and that's fine." I said, "Okay, I really need this. All right. I mean, I know you do this all the time. I don't. Do me a favor, hold my hand a little bit. Let's FedEx it. Let's get it taken care of, and we'll send it over." And he has said, "Okay, you know what? You're right." And I go, "Cool." I go, "I'm happy to split the cost of shipping with you, whatever you need me to do." He goes, "No, you've been very patient about this, and I appreciate it. So no problem. We'll cover the shipping. We'll get it taken care of." I said, "Okay, so you're going to FedEx it?" He goes, "No. We'll send it 2-day UPS." Which is essentially, literally, it's like, "We'll send it UPS, ... You fuck." I asked this guy to FedEx it because I'm doing business with him, and he essentially said, "No. I'm done being your fucking shirt pinata. You will get it when you get it and trust that everything is going to work out." And I was so, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I was like, "Okay, all right, I guess I'll just get it when I get it." And he's like, "Mike, it'll be there Monday." I said, "Okay, that's fine. And I hung up. And I immediately called Federal Express. And I called and I gave them the city where they were, and I gave them the city where I am, and I go, "How much is it to send? And can I get it by Saturday?" He goes, "Well, I mean, you're sending it one way?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "How much is it?" And he told me, and I said, "Okay, and that's by Saturday?" He goes, "Oh, no, that's Monday." Because, you know what? Maybe Josh knows what the fuck he's talking about, dipshit. So I said, then I said to the guy, I go, "What if I wanted it by Saturday?" He goes, "Oh, well, that's 15 extra bucks." And to me, I'm like, well, I can kick in 15 extra bucks. Who cares? And I said, "Okay." I go, "Now let me ask you something." And again, folks, please remember my mindset at the time. I was really, really fucking crazy angry to be told no. So this is what I said to him. I go, "Dude, I need to know how much it costs if I was handicapped and you had to come and do everything and get the shirt from me and then deliver it to Los Angeles." He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "If I couldn't move, like if I literally, if I'm sitting if I'm in a bedridden and I can't move, but I need to ship something, what can you do for me?" Because I'm trying to make it as idiot-proof and as simple as possible for Josh and Darren. Not realizing it's going to get there. What the fuck is wrong with you? But then the guy just goes, okay, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, we would come pick it up. That's like an extra $4. I go, okay, so we're up. That's 19 extra bucks to get it to me by Saturday and to pick it up on Friday, and you'll come and get it, right? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, are you sending it box or envelope? I go, what are you bringing me? He goes, pardon me? I go, you got to remember, I'm bedridden in this scenario. I've got nothing. Literally, all I have is the thing that I'm sending. He goes, oh, okay, well then, yeah, we'll bring you, I guess, what is it? What are you sending? I go, a shirt. A very important shirt. I didn't say that, but still, I literally, you could probably tell from the tone of my voice that it was like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost shirt. I mean, it was like it could not have been. It was the Ark of the Covenant of shirts. It could not have been more important to me. I'm sure it came through in my voice to this guy. And granted, he also thinks I'm laid up. I mean, he thinks I'm Gary Oldman in Red Dragon. You know what I mean? He thinks I'm some guy whose face was eaten by dogs and needs to ship a shirt across country. So I said, honestly, how much would it be if you came to me? You did everything. I mean, you got to bring me whatever you bring me: box, envelope. Bring me, you know what? Bring me one of those cans with the snakes in it, and we'll jam the shirt in. So when they open it up, boom! It shoots out snakes and shirts. Snakesandshirts.com, by the way. But maybe it'll be on sale there soon. So he goes, all right, well, it's 15 extra and 4 extra, and I guess we could bring you like the labels and the envelope and all that. I go, great, and how much total? And he's like, it's $50. And I said, great, thanks. And I hang up, and I was about to call Josh and Darren and go, it's $50. I'll pay it. Ship me the goddamn shirt FedEx. Tomorrow there will be a guy who shows up FedEx. It'll come to me by Saturday. We're fine. Just do it. And I instead, smartly, called Lily. And Lily goes, what are you doing? And I said, well, here's the thing. I'm going to call FedEx it, and it's going to get here by tomorrow, and then we'll get the picture taken, and then we can go ahead and take a few pictures. And she goes, well, when are they getting it to you? I go, they said it'll be here by Monday. She goes, you know there's this invention called email, right? And I swear to God, folks, I was just like, in my head, I go, they can't email the fucking shirt. That was what I thought, because it was like, I was in that weird mode where I don't want to be questioned. Folks, I'm wrestling this situation to the ground. I've taken this situation's back, and I've got it in a fucking rear naked choke, just waiting for it to fucking tap. This situation is going to either going to quit or it's going to fucking die. I mean, I am ground and pounding this fucking situation. So I'm like, look, I got a handle on it. We're square. She goes, Mike, if it gets here Monday, we'll take the pictures. We'll email them. They'll have them there by Monday in 5 minutes. And then everything will be ready for Thursday. I said, so you don't think I should pay the $50 for FedEx? She goes, if it's going to make you feel better. Because she knows me at this point. She knows that she can, again, she's like the FedEx guy, but she has insight. So she goes, he's crazy and I need to at least give him this out. So she said, look, if you want to do that, that's fine. It'll make you feel better. But I'm guaranteeing you this will not be a problem. So I said, okay. And here we are. Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And we're up. We're live, man. Everything is square. The shirt is done. She's wearing it now. I mean, she's wearing it now. It's on the web. It's in the ether. It exists. Everything exists, folks. How great is that? I could not be fucking happier. It's so fucking great. So now this is up. And everything is, I'm again, cartwheels. I'm so happy. So now the shirt is up. Go buy the shirt. I will tell you this: the shirt is available in all sizes, from small to XXX. Yeah, that was important to me. I was like, hey, I'm fat, and I think fat people listen to the show, possibly. Although they might hate me because all I do is make fun of fat people. And so they were like, yeah. So you need 3Xs. I said, yeah. So here's the deal, folks. Anywhere from small to extra large, the shirt is $20. If you want to get a 2X shirt, that's $22. And if you want to get a 3X, it's $23. Those are pricing points because of shirts and supplies and, honestly, a bunch of stuff that I didn't understand because in my head I was just going, FedEx the shirt, FedEx the fucking shirt. And it's another thing, too, is they've explained this to me 100 times. They actually sent me an email, and then I talked to Josh today and said to him, hey, look, I'm getting you the copy. Because, again, literally today, folks, Wednesday, I sent them the copy for the shirt, and then this evening I sent them the pictures of Lily with the shirt, and they had them up in 5 minutes. That's what I was worried about. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it's not going to happen. I get an email from Darren, and he's like, hey, dude, we're up and rolling. In 5 minutes from the time I sent the pictures. And quite frankly, I'm surprised Darren didn't take time to beat off to Lily's picture because it is a hot photo, folks. Little underwear showing, little peekaboo, little sneak peek. I think if anybody knows anything about me, it's that I love a sneak peek. I am a huge fan of the sneak peek. And there's nothing more glorious than never mind. I can't say that. That sounds terrible. But yeah, so Lily looks great in the pictures. The shirt looks fantastic. So if you go to my site, you go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and you click on store, you will get the bonus Lily picture. You get a splash picture page. Although my web guy might not have that up and running just yet. He's not up because again, these guys are all on the East Coast. They're busy. They have lives. They have other clients too. They can't just be sitting around going, "All right, when's your shirt coming, Dick?" So I will tell you to go to MikeSchmidtComedy.com and click on store, and it should come up where you'll see the pictures of Lily, and then it'll have a link through to lookatmeshirts.com, or you can go right to lookatmeshirts.com and order the shirt on there. Again, it is $20 for the small to extra larges. It is $22 for the 2XL, and then $23 for the 3XL. And folks, I could not be fucking happier about it. Believe me, been a good couple of days. I just tied in. I saw the tax guy yesterday. Good news on that front, folks. Had an audition today that went real well. And it just changes when you actually feel like you're doing things and doing what you're supposed to be doing instead of doing nothing. When you're working graveyard and staring into the void and going, Jesus Christ, is this really what the fuck happened to me? I can't believe that I let it get to this point again. And I can't tell you how many times I've had that goddamn speech, folks. I can't believe I let it get to this point again. Holy balls. Oh, good Christ. But whatever. So right now, I could not be happier. Everything's fine. Everything's great. You guys can write me at Mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com. You guys can write me at MySpace.com/MikeSchmidtComedy. And I will also tell you this, folks. In addition to the logos and the theme songs and the T-shirts and the year one compilations that we've all got in our face, and the new copy at iTunes and the new copy at for the shirt I had because I wrote it. I'm on Facebook now, folks. Yeah, so go to find Mike Schmidt on Facebook. I'm so new. Literally, I joined it last night. I don't know how it works. I know I signed up and I uploaded a picture. That's all I know at this point. And I don't know how to get friends or what to do because I barely know how to do MySpace. So Facebook is like, so find it's Mike Schmidt Comedy. Well, I don't know if it might be just Mike Schmidt on MySpace or on Facebook. I don't know what address to give. So go find Mike Schmidt on Facebook and become his friend. He's a good guy. All right. Did I use Michael or Mike? Are you looking me up? No, my picture's up. So it's like, oh my God, how many fucking Mike Schmidts are on Facebook? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. There's Mike Schmidt, the baseball player. Good to see him. There's another, and all these Mike Schmidts are in Los Angeles.
Oh my God.
This is awful. Oh Christ, folks, forget Facebook. I'm out. I'm dropping it. I'm done. That's a lie. But go find Mike Schmidt on Facebook, and you'll know it from my picture. And his birthday. Oh wait, here's a Mike Schmidt who was born the year I graduated from high school. Don't become his friend.
Wait, you didn't.
What?
Graduate from high school.
Oh, that's right. The year I was supposed to graduate from high school. My fault. Thanks, Lily. You know what I need is a stenographer to point out all of my fucking shortcomings. I appreciate it. No, Mike, you didn't graduate high school. No, I'm sorry. You're dumb. Remember? Yes, I remember. Believe me, there's plenty of people who would attest to that. So go ahead and write me at Mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com. Go ahead and write me at MySpace.com/MikeSchmidtComedy, and find me on Facebook. I'm Mike Schmidt. I don't know if it's Mike Schmidt Comedy or you just look up Mike Schmidt, but you'll find me. But there's what are there, 300, 500 Mike Schmidts? Good Christ! You know what? Search by my email. Search by Mike@MikeSchmidtComedy.com because that's what I use to sign up. So I'm sure you'll be able to find me there. Or go find Lily. I think I'm going to be her friend at some point.
Yes.
So go ahead and find me through Lily's page. That's Lily Von Stupp.
Yep.
All right, so and that's Lili. And also, folks, you guys can remember to write Lily at burlesque411.com. That's Lili at burlesque411.com. And let's all start chipping in for Lily to get a new computer since she covered this one in Dr. Pepper earlier. And there's, I don't even know if this show recorded. I don't even know if it worked. We got no fucking idea. She's like, well, I can't clean it yet because the program's up. Oh, this right now, like sugar is eating its way through the keyboard. So, and also, please remember to go to the Monday Night Tease show every Monday night at the three clubs on Santa Monica and Vine in Hollywood. And there's a show this week, obviously, yes.
Yes.
And are you dancing or you're there?
I am dancing this
She's
week.
dancing this
Yes.
week, so go and see Lily dance this Monday at the three clubs at Santa Monica and Vine. And also, any other shows coming up? Anything you want to talk about? No? Yes? No?
No.
Okay. I can tell you where you can see Lily on the web over at MikeSchmidtComedy.com store page. You'll see a couple of photos and a little peekaboo in one of them. And also go to lookatmeshirts.com. Remember to go ahead and check that out. And I cannot tell you how happy I am. I think it turned out great. And so make sure when you're listening to the show, always make sure you have your artwork up because little Schmitty's going to show up now and then, and you'll see him lurking. So. I also, I mentioned the theme song up top that we had, but I got to tell you, Mex also did a closing theme song for me, which is essentially a longer version of the opening theme song, and it's great. Listen to it all the way through. It's not long, but you'll love it. I mean, it's fucking fantastic. Again, I'm just utterly fascinated by everything that the guy can do because I can do nothing but talk. This is the only thing I have, the only talent I have, and that's why when I see like people that are retarded or mentally challenged, I want to cry because they can't do this, and it seems weird. I don't even know why Why did that come up? I don't even know why that came up. It's weird. I get overly emotional when I see people that can't express themselves verbally because for some reason that's the only thing that I have, and I'm so grateful for it that when I see them, it really hits home with the fact that Jesus Christ, dude, you're literally only thing that separates you from them is the fact that you can talk. I mean, that's who I am. I am completing a sentence away from being in the Special Olympics and everybody wins a medal. That's who I am. So I see those people and it just fucking hits me right in the heart because again, my buddy Mex has he's got a family and he's got a real full-time job and he has done all of these things and he just keeps sending me stuff and he's like, yeah, dude, I did this, and I'm like, really? I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about this week. I got no idea. I don't. It just happens when I sit down. I'm a dick, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a decent guy because I am a jerk. And I'm not a jerk. Man, I'm an awful guy. I'm not an awful guy. I am not a good guy. But I don't think I'm a bad person overall. So, and go ahead and by all means judge that. I'm kind of a jagoff. I got no future. What am I talking about? But I am a jagoff. And I'm not a jerk. I'm a nice guy. It's just I guess I have jerky tendencies. I've done so much ridiculous stuff, and then I wonder afterwards, I'm like, man, how come I don't hang out with anybody? Here's why, because you're a dick. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished.